Let's try that again. Hello. Welcome everybody to our Pink Caddy Huddle. So excited that you're here with us tonight. So, what I was getting at was thanking everybody for turning in your numbers this week. So hopefully you got a reminder from your sales director, but I will say we're all adults in Mary Kay. And we all have calendars on our phone and we all have the ability to set a reminder in our calendar to turn our numbers in. And you can even take the Google form link and put it in your calendar so that when your reminder pops up to turn in your numbers, you just click on that link and turn in your numbers. So I want to thank Laura and Katie and Yanni. Yanni is on vacation right now, and Tiffany and Nancy for turning your numbers in this week. Yay! Oh yes, pom pom, yay! So thank you for being accountable, turning your numbers in, and congrats to Tiffany, Katie, and Laura for having bookings on your day. Book. So when you have bookings, guess what? You have a business. Oh, y'all were all frozen. So I imagine I was frozen for a second, but congrats for having bookings. And Tiffany, congrats for being our queen of bookings this week with 6 bookings when you turned your numbers in. So that may have changed, but congrats. So Tiffany, I know you have a child talking in your ear right now, but can you give us just a very quick tip on how to get some bookings? Because I'm sure everybody would love more bookings.
So I've literally been calling everybody, and when they don't answer, I send them a text message immediately after I leave a voicemail, and then I follow up with them if they don't respond with a message about I know how text messages can get lost, and I was just reaching out to something about going over what they won and if they could reach back out to me. So most of the time everybody text me back after I've left a voicemail and text message, so I just keep following up with everybody.
Okay, so you don't just ask once and then you're like, oh, she's ignoring me.
Nope. No, I literally do about 3 of them, and then I say, okay, so guess you're I guess you're busy, and this will be the last of my text or communicate with you until a later date, but currently you are busy, so I'm reach out at a later time.
So you're using your booking notebook.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Y'all, I have a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. I have lots of training videos on there, just so you know. I am going to make a new video because my booking notebook training video is from 2017. And I know Tiffany has gone through this process, and a bunch of you have, where it's like, why am I following up with these people? They didn't respond the first 2 times, so why am I following up? But if I was to go back through all of my booking notebooks and find the bookings where I recruited like Tracy or Camila or even Tiffany, I can guarantee you there are a lot of people who did not book on the first call because life happens. Who has ever forgotten to text somebody back? Yeah, all the time. But who has ever convinced yourself that somebody hates you because they forgot to text you back? Yeah, we do that all the time too. So if you just trust the process, that helps to take the emotion out of it. And you can just follow up with people. And we have scripts, you guys. I have a script for the first time you call, the second time you call, the third time you call, 4, 5. And I also have a text that you send when you hang up from calling them the first time, the second time, the third time. And it's a different text every time. You're not just like, hey, following up about your skincare session. Hey, following up about your skincare session. It's literally like my third one. I just changed it a little bit too, but my third one is like, hey, Tiffany, this is Wendy again. And then it has like the eyeballs emoji. And it says something like, I know texts get buried. I forget to respond to text all the time, like something like that. And you're just acknowledging like, hey, I'm not trying to bug you, but I do want to follow up with you. I'm doing my job. And so you are trusting the process, and that's why you have so many bookings. And so that is super exciting. And so congrats to Nancy, Tiffany, Katie, and Laura for having faces this week. Yay! And congrats to our queen of faces with 6 faces, Nancy. So Nancy, we would love a tip on how we can get some faces to try our products. How are you? Are you just like, I know, I think some of Nancy's faces are even like last minute, like, look, I got some products, you're about to try them, whether you like them or not. But that's how we have to do it sometimes. You're muted though. You got to unmute yourself.
I was doing another fundraiser for one of my charitable groups I was at, and I saw them all there. So I attacked them.
That's the thing. When
Said,
you're
"Ding!"
prepared, so Gloria
I
Maple Banks always says success happens when preparation meets opportunity. You were at a place with lots of people, so the opportunity was there and you were prepared. You had the
and they've
stuff.
already bought product from me, so I was pumping it up, and they got some more from me, and I had
Look
it
at there.
on hand
Yay! So
because I'm a
congrats.
well-stocked store. I'm a well-stocked Mary Kay consultant.
So congrats. That's super exciting. And then congrats to Tiffany for having a share call. So you are queen of share calls this week. So give us a tip, Tiffany, on how do you get share calls? Do you just tell people, hey, you should do a share call? Do you use the word share call? How does that work?
I do not use ShareCall.
Me neither. Right
I
answer.
literally tell them I literally tell them they can get a free lip gloss if they do a call with me and my director. And it can be within the next 48 hours. If it's a Sunday when we're doing the skincare session, I'll say we can book it out to Tuesday. But I literally do not say anything about a share call. I tell them, look, it'll help me with my training, and we want your honest opinion.
That's how you do it. You just tell them, hey, this helps me. So even if you're not interested in the business, totally cool. You're going to get a lip gloss either way. So listen for a lip gloss. And so congrats. That is super exciting. And Tiffany has big goals to move up in her business. So share calls are kind of required, and just being, following up with people, because, we say about half of what we book holds. That applies to share calls too. I will go do a party and book like 6 share calls from one party, and 2 or 3 might hold. And it doesn't mean the other ones are not going to hold. It just means I need to try to reschedule them because, again, life happens. They forget to watch the video. Or on our end, we forget to remind them. So I actually set reminders in my calendar for share calls too. And I have it remind me, but I also schedule text. So if you don't know how to schedule text, I can't do a training on that for everyone because everyone's phone is different. So go to Google and type in your phone, like whatever your phone is, and how to schedule text. And you can schedule text to go out. So I'll sit down after a party and I will schedule a text to go. So I'll text them the video link right away. And then I'll schedule a text to go out the morning of that just says, hey, just a reminder to watch one of those videos and fill out that form before I call you at 5. And then I put the link on that text again. And then I'll schedule a text for 10 minutes before and then for right before. And I'm like, hey, talk to you in just a minute. And so they're getting these reminders that I don't have to constantly send because I just schedule everything out. So scheduling things out is a lifesaver. You can schedule out your text. You can schedule emails and Gmail super easily. You can schedule so let's say you're like, gosh, I need to coach my bookings. I know y'all were talking about the 4-hour plan with Tracy last week. So I need to coach my bookings, but by the time I sit down at the end of the day, it's 10 o'clock. Well, guess what? Schedule your email to go out. And then like 5 minutes later, 2 minutes, 3 minutes later, schedule a text to go out that says, hey, I just sent the email with details for Saturday. So if you find that you run out of time at the end of the day, schedule it out and you can still coach that way. I wouldn't book this way because you want to make your booking calls. But when it comes to coaching, we're sending an email and then following up with a text. you can schedule both of those and then schedule it for when you know that you'll be able to see the responses. So if you know, like, okay, so tomorrow around noon, I'll have a little bit of time to respond to people, schedule your text to go out right at around 12. So then as people are responding, you'll see it. So yes, so that is a fun tip for you there too. And then we have both Nancy and Tiffany who opened your store this week. So congrats for opening your store and selling product. Woo! So tell me, how much do you want to sell each week to have a star week to be eligible for our Queen of Sales? Queen, this is my invisible tiara. 300. Why 300? My sparkly tiara. Look at this foundation though, by the way. Have y'all tried cream to powder foundation before? It is the best coverage that we carry. I'm like really happy with this foundation right now.
I just look so
Anyway,
flat when I use it though. I gotta contour when I do it.
say what?
I have to contour when I use it because I look so flat if I don't.
Well, yeah, because it covers so well. It just makes you all one color. I didn't put any cheeks on or anything, but super fun. Get out of here. Little girl, go away. Go away. Oh my gosh. Anyway, look at them. It's Brooklyn. Go. Shoot. Shoot fly. She came in with a fly on her arm that she's trying to show me. She has a pet fly. She's weird. Okay, so anyway, so congrats for having sales, and a $300 week is what will consistently make you a star. And when you sell $350 a week consistently now, you will earn the Power Up prize for the month. So I do want to give a shout out to Roberta, who has Bible study on Tuesday nights, and Yanni, who is traveling to a whole different state right now, for already earning their Power Up prize for the month of July. So congrats. All right, so I want you to take your goals. I know we were doing, we in person, we're doing our Troop MK summer camp. So I want you to take your goals that you put on your goal poster or your vision board, your notebook, whatever your goals are on. Your goals got to be somewhere, right? And I want you to break it down to what that means you need to do this month to be on target, right? So if your goal is to do the Diamond Bumblebee, what does it look like to be on target for that? Because what I've noticed in all of my years of Mary Kay, and I'm sure Tracy can agree with this, is that when we don't feel like we're on target the first month of the year, we already get discouraged. Even though we have 11 whole months left, if we feel behind already come August 1st, it can be discouraging. And we can be like, why did I even set this goal? Now, that is a mind shift that we need to have, whether we're on target or not. But I think that it's much better to just be on target, to just hit the ground running this month and be on target for your yearly goals. So if your yearly goal is to earn the diamond ring, so the actual Court of Sales, then you know that your wholesale needs to look like what? It needs to be about 1667. So that is on target for Court of Sales. That's actually usually what it is. If you take advantage of this 55% off sale, everybody knows what that is, right? We're going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you. But if you take advantage of that, your wholesale can be even less, because when you order products that Mary Kay puts on sale, you get full retail credit. That means you're going to get full credit towards your diamond ring for the year. So that's really exciting. So figure out what your goals are and break it down to what do you need to do this month. Now, is everybody halfway to what they need to do for this month? No, I'm not. I'm nowhere near. Like, my wholesale is looking a little sad right now. I'm not gonna lie. But does that mean I can't do it by the end of the month? No, absolutely not. So figure out what you want for the year and break it down to what that needs to look like for this month. And then, so the flash sale is for here, let me pull it up on my sharing Zoom, is for this week. So this until the end of Friday or when supplies run out. Now, this does not when they say, let me just share this so you don't get worried. When they say while supplies last, when it comes to a flash sale, it doesn't mean that they're going to sell out of CC creams because we need CC creams, right? That means they have pre-decided how many they're willing to sell at a bigger discount. And once they sell that many, that means it's sold out and it's going back to regular price. So it's until the end of Friday or until they hit that number. So basically it's a bundle that has the CC cream, the foundation primer, and the finishing spray. And so the CC cream, most of you know and have tried and probably used the CC cream, but if you have not, it is like the best non-makeup makeup ever. It's like so easy to use, so easy to match. Everybody that tries it wants to buy it or does buy it, even if they don't wear foundation. So many people, like I just had faces on Saturday, and one lady, the only thing she bought was CC cream, and she did not wear makeup. She's not a makeup person, but she took home that CC cream. So she loved it. And Camila, when she tried it, she loved it. She didn't wear foundation. She loved the CC cream. So that comes with the CC cream. It comes with the foundation primer, which is really like we said, what was that on the Zoom last month? It's like rubbing a rose petal all over your face. It gives you it like fills in imperfections, kind of like when you prime a wall before you paint it. It's going to help fill in large pores, fine lines. It just gives you a really smooth canvas for your foundation, no matter what kind of foundation you use, whether it's the cream to powder, whether it's the liquid, whether it's just the powder or CC cream or whatever. And then it also comes with the finishing spray. So the finishing spray, I think Camila was talking about on the last guest Zoom, and it's like hairspray for your face. So after you're done with everything, especially with this humidity and this heat that we have, you just spray, you spray an X and then a T, or a T and then an X, it doesn't matter. And then it just coats your face in a face friendly, because you do not want to put hairspray on your face, finishing touch. So that bundle, it is on sale for 55% off. And we do have a maximum, but the maximum is 13 per CC cream shade. So the maximum is kind of high. So we're probably pretty good. But if there's a CC cream, like I definitely have CC cream shades that I sell, like I run out of before others. It's good to stock up on them and have the finishing spray and the primer. And guess what? When we have flash sales, then that's when we start talking about those products if we don't already. So if you're not sharing those products already, now's the time to share them. And Tracy was telling me about a live that she did. She has inspired me to do a live on my page too, just sharing. And I know she was probably sharing other products, but making sure that we're sharing these products too and explaining why we love them. And you can do that on your personal page as long as you're not sharing the prices. So you could say, and this is our foundation primer. Why I love it is because it really makes me feel like when I put my foundation on, it doesn't sink into my pores like it used to. And just share, like, just be honest. You don't have to read from InTouch. You don't have to give them all the ingredients, all the details. You just share why you like it and why you use it. And then, leave it at that, and people will comment and they will ask you questions, and that opens up that conversation with them. And then you know what you can do? You can invite them to our Zoom next Thursday night. So even though we changed our Pink Caddy huddles to Tuesday nights, we're going to keep our guest Zoom on next Thursday because I already have a lot of people booked. And I was actually thinking, I was telling Tiffany this earlier, I honestly would be totally fine not doing guest Zooms ever on a Tuesday, so we can always have our Pink Caddy huddle and just do a guest Zoom on another night. And that way we don't ever have to skip this, because this I really like. I really like hanging out with you guys. So I love doing our parties, but I don't like skipping our Zooms for them. So, but for next Thursday, so next week, we will have a Pink Caddy Huddle on Tuesday, and then we'll have a guest Zoom on Thursday. And we are going to do, it's been a little while since we've done this, so we're going to do a charcoal and sparkle. And Tiffany's face just. So you know what's really fun about charcoal and sparkle is that your director will mail your guest a pamper pack afterwards of some skincare that she can try. So we don't do that for every Zoom, obviously, but what we're going to do is set up a Zoom a Google form for everybody to fill out after. They don't have to RSVP to us, but they do need to RSVP to you so that you can coach them, so that you know who's going to be on, so that when you see people's name on the screen, you know that they belong to you. But we will share a secret word on the Zoom, and then they will fill out a link or fill out a form so that we as the directors have their information, their mailing address, their skin type, allergies, things like that, so that we can follow up with them, but also so we can send out their pamper packs. So, so then with that, I would like to just say, because I see this and I know it's not intentional, when we share the secret word, we don't share it so that you can text it to your guest. No. We want the guests to hear it so we know they're there. So we're not putting it in the chat. We're not texting it to our people. It just helps us to know, because people do hop on and then just walk away from their computer. And so we want people that are participating, and that's the best way for you to get results too, is for your people to be on and participating and engaged. And so we're going to do prize giveaways, and I put in my confirmation email. So yes, I do send out a confirmation email for my Zoom parties, just like I do my in-person parties. And I just sent one today. So if anybody needs it, I can forward it to whoever it needs to be forwarded to. And I put in there that, what was I getting at? I don't even know what I was about to say, but I put in my I put in my confirmation email that it'll be about an hour. So that's my plan, is for it to be a 1 hour party. It said 30 minutes. We're gonna do an hour. So that way they're prepared. And in my confirmation email, I don't put the Zoom link, because then it can get buried and they can get lost. And then the day of, they're like, what's the Zoom link? So I don't even text them the Zoom link until the day of. So it's not buried in their email or buried in their text. But I do send it not right before, because I want them to be able to click on it. So my text with the Zoom link usually says, here's the link for 7:30. Go ahead and click on it and make sure it's working for you. Because if it's not, we can figure it out. But if it's like 7:25 and they're like, I can't get on, usually those people, they just fall through the cracks, because we are already focused and we're in the Zoom. And so we're not really like looking at our phones and things like that. So, definitely, those are some tips for coaching your Zoom party guests. You want to coach them just like your in-person party guests. So I sold probably close to $1,000 last month just on Zoom parties. So Zoom parties are great. They're a great way to work your business. And the way to have the strongest business right now, if you listen to anyone at the top of our company, whether it's a national sales director, a top sales director doing unit clubs, trips, things like that, is to have a hybrid business so that you're working in person and you're working virtually. So who wants to make more sales? Yes. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about reorders and what I love about reorders. So when I started my Mary Kay business, I was a paralegal. And so I would go to work for a week and I would get a paycheck for that week of my life. And then I would never get another paycheck for that week, right? You don't get residual income in corporate America. It doesn't work that way. You get one paycheck. That's it. So I love that in Mary Kay, there's work that I did 10 years ago that I still get paid for today because my customers reorder their products. So one thing is for sure, our products are amazing. Our customers love our products. But one thing that is not for sure is that they're going to come back to you to buy them. How many of you have come across somebody that's like, I love Mary Kay, and then you're like, oh, who's your consultant? And they're like, some lady at church, or like, or oh, I don't even know if she does it anymore, or I don't know, the last time I texted her, she didn't text me back, or like, anybody ever heard people say that? Because I hear it a lot. Okay, so we are not to assume that our Facebook friends know to come to us for skincare. We are not to assume that even our customers that have purchased from us are going to come back for more. We can't assume that. So there's things that we can do to have a stronger reorder business. And I would love tips from everybody. So if there's something that you're doing that is working for you, that you feel like, yes, this is really helping my customer retention, because once you get a customer, you want to keep her. You want her to now trust you for her skincare, her makeup. You want her to think about you when it's Christmas time, or when she gets invited to a fancy ball and she's like, I don't even wear makeup. What do I do? Instead of going to Ulta, you want her to call you. So in order to become that person, you have to set yourself apart, not just from other cosmetic companies, but from other Mary Kay people. Because a lot of people have had experiences with Mary Kay, and how are you going to make this different? So how are you going to make them go, oh my gosh, this is so amazing? And sometimes it also helps to think of places where you have gone and they've just gone above and beyond, and you're like, wow, this is really cool. Or like they put a little gift in your bag. Those are things that are unexpected. And then they also, like, they stick with us, right? So bad experiences stick with people more than good experiences, which is why we can't just be nonchalant, like, okay, I'm just going to give them what they bought from me. No, like, we have to actually try really hard to make sure they have a good experience. So does anyone have any, like, a tip that you can share, something that you do that you feel like makes a huge difference? And while you're thinking of it, I'm going to show you a couple of things. So one thing I recently started doing, so every time I get a Mary Kay order, I save the peanuts. Well, almost every time, because I have lots of packing peanuts, and some of them are years old because I save them. But if you didn't know this, Mary Kay's peanuts are biodegradable. Like, most are styrofoam. Ours are not styrofoam. They're corn and potato starch. And so when somebody is done with those peanuts, they can just run hot water over them and they just dissolve down the drain. It's the coolest thing ever. Also, Olivia's been eating them since she was old enough to eat. I mean, she's like obsessed. She's eaten thousands of our packing peanuts. I would not suggest it, but she does. So I recently started putting these in my orders. So every time I pack an order that I use peanuts with, I just put this in here and it just says, did you know our packing peanuts are eco-friendly? Just put them in the sink and run hot water over them, they disintegrate. So I just made this up on Canva, super, like, took me 2 seconds. So I printed a whole bunch per page and I just cut them out. And when I use packing peanuts, I put one of these in there, because that's something like people are like, oh, wow, that's really cool. That's different. Like, I didn't know Mary Kay did that type of thing. And then another thing that I do, I have, let me grab it. I have this big old box here full of cards. This is full of all kinds of cards. So every time someone buys something from me, I go in here and I find a card, because I have all different types. Like, this one's fun. Thinking of you. It's just a blank card. And I write them a handwritten thank you note every time they order. Even if they just ordered last week and they order again this week, they get a thank you note. And one thing that I started doing that I really like is I printed a whole bunch of thank you coloring pages off of Google, and I had Olivia color them, and I've started putting those in my orders. So on the back, I write, "This is from my 5-year-old Olivia." And it's a personal touch, like not just here's your order. And then I do always make sure that my orders are packaged, even if it's going in a, like, let's say I'm sending an order like this, right? So it's going to go in a poly mailer. Inside of here, it's going to be wrapped in tissue paper and tied in tulle. And it's not just products thrown in a bag. Now, I wouldn't ship, this is a dress. This is not Mary Kay. I wouldn't necessarily ship things in there because they would get crushed. So presentation is important too. We are in the image business, so presentation matters. And so when they open it, whether it's an in-person delivery or whether I'm mailing it, it is going to look like a birthday present. I even have confetti. So I have this is a LOL ball, but it is full of confetti. And it's big confetti, okay? I don't use small confetti because, well, some of this is kind of small, but it's not super small. Most of it's pretty big. So like these fun happy faces, things like that. So I like to put confetti in there just to make it super fun. So it's wrapped pretty, it's got a thank you gift, some confetti. I do put a thank you gift in pretty much every order, and it can be something super small, or it can be, if they spend a whole lot of money with you, it can be something full size that you want them to try. So those are some things for me, just presentation. And this is, I do have inventory, and that helps my life so much because usually what they buy from me, I can just walk over to my shelf and get it off my shelf and package it myself. Because when they get a CDS order, it's fun. I mean, it says like "Hello Beautiful" when they open the box, but it's not wrapped in tissue paper. It's not presented in a way that you're going to present it if you have the products and you're able to get it to them. So I do feel like inventory will make a huge difference in your reorders too. So that's my tip. So I'm gonna mute myself. Who's next?
I'll go. Can I go? So another thing, I think Wendy did this too. I do the same thing. I wrap every gift, every order. I deliver it as if it's a birthday gift. I have these cute little gift bags that have flowers on them. I do tissue paper. And then I have stickers. I have stickers for everything. All the stickers have some kind of saying on them. I'm all about positive energy. I have these little stickers or cards, and I always write something on the back of them. I have Bible verse cards that I always put in there. But another thing that I did, I've bought, every time I buy groceries, I buy a pack of Cello bags. I always put my customers' receipts in these, and I offer a mascara club and a sample of the month club, and I have them printed out, like little graphics printed out to offer them to my customers, and I send them in every order until they join. Until they text me that they want to join. And sometimes they never do, and that's okay. I keep sending them. But we also I've started doing Lash Cash. So for every $10 they spend, they get $1 Lash Cash. I just started this July 1st. And this is printed on regular paper. And I put this in there. I write on here how much they earned. I also write it on their sales ticket. I also text it to them when they sent me their order, so they know exactly how much they've earned. And they spend this with me at the end of the year at the holidays. So this is a great program. This is the first time I've done this, so I'm kind of really excited about it. So July to December, and it's really cute. It's just you've earned Lash Cash. And then another thing that I do is I have printed out, and they have these product cards that just has just the description of all of our products, and you can. These are, I don't know where I got these. There's a file, and I can share it. I can put it in the drive. I print these out. Y'all, if I send a sample, I put this with it. If I send a product, I put this with it. And y'all, I cannot tell you how many times I've had a customer tell me thank you, because it just tells them how to apply it, what to do with it. And yes, I know that it's on the box, but this is just an extra step. This is just an extra thing. It's just an extra step. It just goes above and beyond. So, and then also talking about reorders. So that's just building that relationship. I don't know if you want me to talk about reorders. Do you want me to talk about reorders, or you want me to just stop? Wendy?
No, you don't have to stop.
Okay. Okay.
I have now. I'm like, oh, I thought of more stuff to share now. So
Okay.
we got plenty of tips for you, but if any of you have tips, we want to hear from you for sure.
Okay. Well, I'll shut up then.
Well, I don't know if anybody has any tips.
Well,
that they want to share.
let me just say this about reorders. I use InTouch, and Wendy knows this. I use my customers. I put all of my orders in my customers, and I use the reminders faithfully. And I go to the reminders, and I use them every week. And I go to the reminders because if you go in my customers, it has a reminder of when your customers are supposed to reorder their products. And if you go to that, and I send them text and I say, it looks like you are running low on your blah, blah, blah. It looks like you may need to order. Hey, they may not be using their products like they're supposed to, so they may not be running low on it. But you're reaching out to them. And you also should also be using the 2 + 2 + 2. And that is, after you sell it to them, 2 days you touch base with them, 2 weeks you touch base with them, 2 months you touch base with them. That is effective because you are talking to them. But the reminders in my customers is very, very useful, and it is a good tool because it's the use up time frame. They go by the use up time frame, and that is when it's time for them to reorder. So, and sometimes I have customers who reorder.
Wait. So you're saying that for each product you sell, they will tell you that it should be about time for them to reorder, even if there's multiple products in an order. So they're not always at the same time.
Exactly.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I'm so glad I have an assistant to help me with all this now.
Yes.
That's so awesome. So if I was to put together an order with like the Time Wise repair set and then the CC cream and then the satin hands, I'm gonna be told at different times like, hey, looks like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I just learned
Yes.
something new.
Yeah.
I know Tracy always talks about how awesome my customers is, and just need to do it.
It is. And it's really what helps me make sales a lot of times, because if they don't need to reorder, they always they may need something else, or they may have gotten their book at that time and have seen something in their book that they may want to try, or they may just want to chat, or they may, want to try something else. So, and then I thought about something else. There was something else. Oh, I posted this in the Voxer. The 50% off flyer, y'all, that is a huge, huge upsell tool. And however you want to use it, but definitely use it as an upsell tool. Do not use it as a sale tool. Definitely use it as an upsell tool. Use it as, if you spend $50, this is what you get. I offer my customers 2 items at half off if they spend $50. But you don't have to do that. You can do 1 item and then 2 items if they do $100. You can do it however you want to do it. but I offer, and it works every time, y'all. I'm telling you, it is effective. I had a girl order this week. I showed y'all the chat. All I did was, your order qualifies to order 2 items off of my half off flyer. What would you like? And she ordered 2 more items. And it's 2 items that she hadn't ordered before. It was perfume and a lip liner. So, okay, that's it.
What I do, if I sell something like a mascara, I'll add a little sampler of eye makeup remover, or I'll go to the Dollar Tree and get an eyelash curler. I've gone to Big Lots and got little cheap, cute things like a makeup brush holder, or I'll throw in nail files for them. When we went to Charlotte for the conference, they had a card here that says Purdy Purchase punch cards that are like the Lash card. And here's another one, 10% off if you purchase so many things with me. And then I got the little cards for the samplers with my name on them, and I stick a little sampler in my little gift bag to say thank you to my customers with a personal card. So I'll get them a coffee mug or other little things like that. If I know they like a certain thing, I try to get them something, an eye mask, like a little sleep mask or a headband. That's what I do.
I love it. I love it. So a couple more. Oh, Tiffany, yes.
So I package mine in gift bags with tissue. I add a sample of something that they didn't try at the session, and I also spray the tissue paper with one of our fragrances I think they might be into. And I also put a personal thank you note that's handwritten into their gift bags.
Awesome. Okay. I love it. And you're just setting yourself apart. So y'all always hear me say it's like the difference between going to Walmart and buying underwear and going to Victoria's Secret and buying underwear. It's the same underwear, but they package it. Now, our products aren't the same as everybody else's, but are we packaging it in a way that makes them feel special and like, ooh, I just got a little gift? And there's so many things that we can do that are unique too. Like, when we're at different conferences, there's businesses that we can go see, like vendors. And at our leadership conference, one of the vendors was handing out a business card in a little cello bag with a heart-shaped little paper thing that you can bury and flowers grow. That was so cool. That was Aaron Marlowe, I think. So you can even do like super unique and I'm sure super inexpensive things like that too, like little thank you gifts that match your personality. So who are you? What do you love? Like I used to put candy in all my gifts. Well, I won't even eat or give my kids candy unless it's like a certain kind of candy. So I'm like, why am I doing that? Be true to yourself and, give it your own little spin. And I also just shared in the chat that link that says MS special deals at the end, that link is always the same. Every month it will be updated. So this is when you click on it, you'll see fireworks and like this month's if you scroll down, you'll see this month's flyer. And she also has a video. She has training. She has been the queen of sales, as in the person who has sold the most products in Mary Kay more than once. She is always on the Queen's Court of Sales. So she is a director that is a rock star and she sells a ton of products and she does this every month for the whole Mary Kay world. So you can go to this link, you can bookmark it, and every month on the 28th, it'll be updated for the next month. So on the 28th of this month, the August special deals will be ready. So you can go ahead and save that flyer. She changes the products every month. And she also has a look of the month now every month. And there's tools there for that also. And I mean, she's got this all laid out for us. We should definitely be taking advantage of it. And that'll help us get more products in people's hands. The other thing that I was going to say is to have, so I'm going to share my screen for just a second. I'm going to show you, I've been talking about this Lash Cash thing for a while, and then Tracy ran with it, and I'm so glad because it really pushed me to do it too. So this is something that was just made in Canva, and it is just like, it's kind of like a customer, almost like a newsletter, but it's just one page. So it's something that you can text out to your customers. You can post it in your unit group. I mean, in your customer group, your customer group that has some of your future unit members in it, probably. But this is just like, this is the quarter sales ring for this year, just some fun products. So it has some of my goals on it and just thanking them for supporting my business. And then it talks about the Lash Cash. So for every $1 you spend, you'll receive $1 in Lash Cash to spend at the end of the year. So I did text this out to my unit, or my, oh my gosh, why do I keep saying unit? To my customers, but I also posted it in my customer group. So if you do not have a customer group, I highly recommend having a customer group. This is a good way to keep yourself in front of your customers. So you're going to keep yourself in front of your customers by following up with them, doing the 2+2+2, you know, when they purchase, you follow up with them, but you can be inviting people that don't even buy from you yet from your parties into your private Facebook group. So this is, a great place to share sales, to share. There's so many different things that you can share. And I share different makeup looks. Like you'll see there's engagement posts, like what's your favorite social media app and why. And I did open this up recently to say, if you want to join this group and you're in my unit, you can join it. So if you see content that you want to share, you can. I just ask that you don't share things. Don't take a post that you see someone else post, copy it word for word, and post it yourself. Change the wording, add your spin, because even when, like the eye makeup post, I posted an eye makeup remover post earlier today on my personal page, and I got that from someone else, but I added some words, I took away some words. I did not post it word for word what she posted, because that's not good for Facebook algorithms. And it also, I mean, if you have some of the same friends, it's just like, really? Like, that's exactly the same thing, you know? So definitely feel free to borrow our posts from our party groups, our customer groups if you're in them, and have yourself a private group for your customers, potential customers, the faces that you see. And that way you can also share yourself, because you're, you know, 2+2+2. You're not like, hey, my life's going like this. How's your life going usually? You might say, how are things going? But in Facebook, they can really see a glimpse of who you are and see like what you have going on. And you can share sales in your private Facebook group. You can share prices. You can pretty much share whatever you want in that group. So that's another tip that I would give you. And something that Tiffany said earlier, the fall/holiday preferred customer program mailing open today. So as of today, you can enroll your customers in the PCP program. And the way that you are going to do that is when you're on InTouch, you can go to business tools and then down to preferred customer program. And then here you can click on enroll now if you already have your customers entered into InTouch. So they do need to be entered. So as you're facialing people, as you're selling products, if they register on your website and then order, they are in there already. They've put themselves in there. But if they have not registered, let's say somebody sends you a text and they're like, let me get some of that CC cream I saw you post about on Facebook. And you're like, sure, just cash at me. And then you give them the CC cream, but you never put them in InTouch, then you're definitely missing out on all these tools that you can do, like what Tracy was talking about. So even if you sell a product that you have on hand, you want to put that order in InTouch so that you can set those reminders, but also so that you have all these customers' info in there. So when something like this happens and PCP opens, you're not like, oh my gosh, let me find all these people and put them in. Just put them in as you go, as you facial people, maybe once a week or so. But here on this page, there are a ton of resources for you. So again, if you're on InTouch, you just go to Business Tools, click on Preferred Customer Program, and then here you are. So you can enroll them, you can create your list, you can enroll groups, like we can tag people. I definitely tag my customers as I put them in InTouch so that I'm not mailing a book to 500 people. I'm mailing a book to the people who have purchased from me over the past year. So tagging them will help you keep them organized. I actually tag them with the date and year that they ordered. So if I was enrolling customers right now, I'm going to go into my InTouch and I'm going to enroll my customers that have a tag from July 2023 all the way to now. So I would be enrolling like 12 different groups, but it takes just a second. It's so simple. And then this shows you like the mailing is open right now from today until August 17th. So you have a month to get your customers enrolled. And if you enroll 5 customers today and then you realize in, a couple weeks you need to enroll some more, you can do it more than once. So that's totally fine. And you can watch this video that tells you just why the Preferred Customer Program is a great thing to take advantage of. And then you also, there's a report that you can look at. So if you're like, oh, I forgot who all I sent it to, you can open this report and see who all you enrolled. And you also can look at, there is a place with scripts for, where are those scripts? Did they take the scripts away? Well, anyway, we can give you scripts to follow up with everybody. And when you enroll customers into the Preferred Customer Program, basically what that means is Mary Kay will mail them a book with a sample, and the book, the sample, and the postage is 90 cents. Now, can you take a catalog, put a sample in it, and mail it for 90 cents? No, you can't. And then even if you just enroll one customer, they're going to mail you one for free. So you'll see exactly what your customers get. My advice also here, they do run out of samples a lot of times. So if you order on August 17th at 11 o'clock at night, there's a pretty good chance that your customers aren't getting samples. So don't wait until the last second to enroll them. They'll still get a book, but the samples could be gone by then. So enroll them early. And then if you have more people that you need to enroll as you go on through the month, you can do that later. So these are some tips just to help your reorder business, just to keep yourself in front of your people. One more is on MK Connections. Everybody should order a business kit that has business cards, a name tag, and product labels. You get like 1,000 product labels with that kit. And so it's just a tiny label that you can put on the back of every product. So then even if you drop the ball and you're not following up with them, or they forget your number, when that's running out, it says like Laura Ward, and it has your phone number, it has your website, and they can text you and say, oh my gosh, I'm running out of cleanser, help. So your information is actually on the bottle. Or if they give it as a gift, that's also helpful. Or if somebody sees the Mary Kay in their bathroom and they're like, I need some Mary Kay, they'll see your name on the bottle. So those product labels are a great idea too. So you can label every product that leaves your store. So that's under MK Connections in the business kits. There's different kits that have different stickers and things, and different color stickers. So that's what I got for you. Does anyone else have any tips that they want to share, or any questions that you'd like to ask before we hop off of here? Because I have a challenge for you guys. Okay, cool. All right, so it's 8:36. I think for all of us, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's even earlier. So 9 to 9 is people time. So guess what? That means we have 24 minutes or an hour and 24 minutes or 2 hours and 24 minutes, depending on where you are, left of people time. So I want to challenge you when we hop off of here, don't go back to your life quite yet. Take the next 20 something minutes and I want you to get some bookings. And whoever is on here right now that gets the most bookings by the end of the night is going to get a prize from me. So any of you, even Tracy, so y'all can compete with Tracy. Tracy's still on my team, even if she is a sales director. So I'm going to take a picture of all your faces right now. So smile. And in the next 20, we'll just say, honestly, I do go a little over 9 now. It's still daylight outside. It's fine. But get some bookings. And whether you're booking into the Zoom on Thursday, next Thursday, whether you're booking into Muffins and Makeovers, whether you're booking a Facebook party, whether you're booking an in-home party, let's see who can get the most bookings. So I am looking forward to seeing your results. We're going to hop off now so we have time to reach out to people. And me too. I'm about to do it too. So, and I'm a great booker. So let's do this and see who can get the most. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you for hopping on and hanging out with us and for taking the time to invest in yourself and your business. We definitely appreciate it. And for trusting us as your leaders, we appreciate that. And we love you all so much. Bye.